What's up, guys? Man Cave Collectibles coming back at you today with another review. Today we're going to look at a line of statues that I really not dipped my toe in the waters for yet until today. This is the Marvel Premier Collection Psylocke Resin Statue by Diamond Select Toys. So this statue has been out there for a little while. Actually, kind of a quick story on how I acquired this. Kind of in an unfortunate situation, I guess, due to the coronavirus stuff that's going on. Everything in our area is pretty much closing up by 5 p.m. on Thursday, which by the time you see this video, that will probably have already passed. So one of our local comic shops sent out an email and said, hey, we're going to be deep discounting a lot of items in our store. So ran down just to kind of check out what they had, and they happened to have this Psylocke statue. And the Premier Collection is something that I've been wanting to get into. Statues are really my favorite collectible, so I wanted to go and see what they had. So I was able to snag this at a very, very great price. It's not one of the Premier Collection statues I necessarily was dying to get. However, Psylocke is probably tied with Rogue for one of my top Marvel female characters of all time. So when I saw it at the price that it was going at with the discount, I went ahead and snagged her. So again, it's kind of unfortunate that some of our comic shops are going to be suffering through these times of closures. And, you know, hopefully most of them can hang on and, you know, definitely get out and support your local comic shop if they're doing any kind of, you know, curbside pickups, those type of things. You know, just do what you can to kind of keep that industry going. But anyways, moving on into the statue itself. So we look at Psylocke. Let's talk about where she first appeared. So Psylocke first appeared in 1976 in Captain Britain #8. Chris Claremont, Herb Trimpe were the creators for that. As you can see from our picture here that I'm going to put up, she had a very different look when she first appeared to what, at least for me, how I picture Psylocke. I think most of us probably picture Psylocke based on the 90s Psylocke that Jim Lee did. That's kind of when I was a kid and started really reading comics. So the Psylocke we see in front of us here with this statue, that's my generation Psylocke. What we remember is that Jim Lee from those original X-Men comic books from the 90s. So over time, she's been a part of a handful of teams: X-Men, Excalibur, Exiles, X-Force, fairly recently with Wolverine, Deadpool, Archangel. So pretty cool. As far as her powers, telekinesis, telepathy, and she can form constructs out of psychic energy, which is what we see depicted here in her statue. So that's just a little bit about Psylocke and who she is. Let's take a quick look at her box. We got a real nice product image here of Psylocke, and it's the actual statue itself. Uncanny X-Men, sculpted by Alejandro Pereira. I think I'm probably saying that right. Another product image on this side. Let's flip around to the back here. We got just a quick write-up about the Premier statues themselves. So it talks about here the Premier Collection first began in 2004. I know this figure itself, or this statue itself, is an older statue. I couldn't really figure out exactly when it come out, but it was at least a year or multiple years ago. I'm not 100% sure. I couldn't really pinpoint that looking online. Statue runs about 12 inches tall. She's not 12 inches, but in total, it will be 12 inches. Coming around to the side, just another product image. Back to the front. Let's go ahead and break Psylocke out of this box, get her on our turntable, and take a good look at her. All right, guys, so we have Psylocke out of our box, and here she is. She looks fantastic. I was able to see her out of her box in the comic shop that I bought her from, so I've already saw this reveal, but this looks amazing. The detail work as far as the sculpting on kind of this rooftop, or I guess really the building, not the rooftop itself, but they've got some damage sculpted into you know, the wall there. The detail that we have here as far as the flames is kind of a see-through, I don't know if that's plastic or some type of glass. I'm not 100% sure. We know the statue itself is resin, so I don't know if they're able to do a clear resin. Maybe that's what that is. Not 100% sure. Same thing here with her psychic, you know, blade, I guess we could call that. So she looks really nice. Tons of detail. The hair looks awesome, the way they kind of have it flowing around, kind of in that action pose, ready to fight, or in the process of fighting. So it looks really good. One of my bigger concerns, even when the guy at the comic shop was boxing this up for me, were the arrows there. I was very concerned about those breaking off. Those are resin as well, so it would not take much to pop one of those off. But we'll go ahead and let her spin here, take a better look at her. Got her tassel here kind of flowing off of her belt. Just tons of detail here with the wood. You can actually feel the grain in the wood to the touch. So it looks really nice. This is my first premiere statue, as I said earlier. I've got the Iceman one pre-ordered, but with all the supply chain issues that looks like we're going to be running into over the coming weeks with the coronavirus stuff going on, no clue when I'll get that guy. I've also got the Archangel pre-ordered as well, which he's slated to come out, I want to say sometime midsummer or so. So really looking forward to those, but really happy to have this one. There is a Deadpool statue in the Premiere collection that I noticed Amazon currently has for 75 bucks. I've seen him in a few comic shops. He's 150 bucks in a comic shop. Amazon has him for 75. So I may pick that up at that price. Kind of hard to beat, you know, a statue at 50% off, especially a Deadpool statue, being that he's one of my favorite characters. But Psylocke really looks good. I'm very happy with this statue. Hope you guys enjoyed just this quick rundown, breakdown, or overview of her. Again, I know there's a lot of reviews out there for her already, but I wanted to throw one up on my channel just to kind of get my Premiere collection playlist started. So hope you guys stay safe, stay healthy. Remember to wash your hands. Have a great day. Until next time.